and we lost the freedom to come before God. In the present era, as people struggle for freedom at the cost of their lives, the zeal to gain true freedom has reached its height. This is an indication that we are now entering a new era, in which we can attain individual perfection, long denied by Satan, and freely go before God. A third sign of the renewal of the first blessing is the restoration of true human value. From the horizontal perspective, every person possesses equal value, but that does not do justice to his true worth. From the vertical perspective of heaven, each individual possesses the loftiest cosmic value. Human beings lost their original value because of the fall. In the present era, as democratic ideals have flourished, people have been promoting the emancipation of slaves, the freedom of oppressed racial minorities, and the independence of small and weak nations. They are advocating human rights and equality between the sexes, and among all peoples. More than ever before, people are zealously uplifting the value of the individual toward its original value. This demonstrates that we have arrived at the threshold of the last days, when fallen people can restore the first blessing of God. A fourth sign that the first blessing is being renewed in the present age is the restoration of original, true love in fallen people. The world which has realized the ideal of God will be in the image of a perfected individual. Every person in that world is united with God vertically, and this forms the basis upon which they can naturally live in harmony with each other horizontally. Solidarity and empathy are attained only when people join together in the love of God. Due to the fall, the vertical bond of love between God and people was broken, and this, in turn, caused the horizontal love among them to be severed. As a result, human history became one of perpetual conflict. In the present era, however, the philosophy of universal love has become widespread, and people are increasingly seeking for true, original love. This is more evidence that the present time is the eve of the last days, when we can restore God's first blessing and reach perfection of individual character, grounded in the love of God. 4.2 Signs of the restoration of the second blessing. God's second blessing was for Adam and Eve to attain true parenthood and bear and raise good children, forming a family, society, and world where goodness reigns. However, Adam and Eve fell and became evil parents, multiplying evil children. Their descendants, all humanity, formed a world oppressed by evil. Ever since, God has been conducting a twofold providence, internal and external, to restore the sovereignty of goodness. God has founded religions and worked through them to elevate people's spirituality by internally purifying people of satanic elements. At the same time, God has been cutting off Satan's influence externally through conflicts and wars, by separating Satan both internally and externally.